I woke up with a gasp. Light, beautiful, blinding sunlight was pouring through the dusty windows. I lay there on the stairs, stiff and aching. For a solid 10 minutes, I listened. Birds were singing. The wind was rustling the trees. Normal sounds. I scrambled up, ran to the window, and looked out. The yard was empty. The gate was wide open. I didn't pack. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't even change my clothes. I grabbed my car keys and my wallet. I opened the front door, terrified it would still be there waiting. But there was nothing, except for the door itself. The heavy wooden door was covered in deep gouges. Splinters littered the porch. The metal handle was bent at an unnatural angle, almost twisted off. I ran to my car. On the soft earth of the driveway, I saw them. Footprints. But they were massive, long and barefoot. They circled the car. They led to the window. They led to the door. I jumped into the driver's seat, locked the doors, and gunned the engine. I didn't look back. I drove over the potholes and rocks like a madman, desperate to hit the asphalt of the main road. I drove for an hour before my heart rate settled. I needed noise. I needed human voices. I turned on the car radio, scanning through the static until I found a local news station. I was just beginning to convince myself it had been a hallucination. Stress, sleep deprivation, a bear. Then the news anchor's voice cut through the speaker. Breaking news from the Chatonga district. Police have discovered the bodies of 2 missing female tourists in the marshlands near the abandoned village of Kirovskoye early this morning. My blood ran cold. That was the village next to mine, just 2 miles through the woods. Authorities report the bodies were brutally mutilated. Forensic experts suggest an animal attack, though the nature of the injuries remains unexplained. The victims were found in a swampy area, stripped of their belongings. I gripped the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. It had left my door. It had given up on the house that wouldn't open. But it hadn't given up on the hunt. It found what it was looking for. It found someone else. I never went back to that cabin. I sold the land for dirt cheap to a developer 2 months later, without ever stepping foot on the property again. Sometimes, late at night, when I'm safe in my city apartment, I hear a car alarm go off on the street below. Just a normal city sound. But I don't go to the window anymore. I just pull the blankets up, shut my eyes tight, and pray that whatever was scratching at my door that night stayed in the woods. But looking at those footprints, and knowing how smart it was, I'm terrified that one day it might decide to follow me home.